March 29th, 1917. The horse behind me, his name was My Man of War. Later shortened to just Man of War, the horse changed the landscape of American horse racing forever. The horse ran 21 times. He was a winner 20 of those times. He set 7 track records, 2 American records, and 3 world records. But one race he never won was the Kentucky Derby. In fact, Man of War was born in Kentucky. He lived most of his life in Kentucky, and he died in Kentucky, but he never raced in Kentucky. 2 of his sons, the great Triple Crown winner War Admiral and the 1929 Derby winner Clyde Van Dusen, both had the blood of Man of War in their veins. Guys, hands down just a second, because as you can see, this story is about what?
A horse.
A horse. And that horse's name is what? Little Clyde. Wonder why they call him Little Clyde. Guys, it says right here that Clyde was a racehorse. He was a thoroughbred, wasn't he? And it says right there, but I bet you can guess why people called him Little Clyde. He may have been a thoroughbred racehorse, but Clyde was little. He was little. He wasn't that little, but you get the idea. Okay? He was little. Everywhere he went, horses and people alike had something to say about his size. Okay? And I'll tell you what, Miss Nicole, we'll go ahead and get somebody to be Little Clyde. Okay? Who's going to be Little Clyde the racehorse? Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody say, good morning, Little Clyde.
Good morning, Little Clyde.
How you doing, Little Clyde? You doing pretty good? All right. Guys, Little Clyde was small. Everybody would say, hey, Little Clyde. Everybody in here say, how's the weather down there? Just go, come on, guys. Yeah, perfect. Sometimes people would say, hey, Clyde. Everybody say, don't forget your booster seat. Say, come on, guys. Don't be making little jokes like that. And it didn't even help that, Little Clyde's dad was a champion. Little Clyde's dad was this champion named Man of War. The grown-ups have all heard of Man of War. Man of War, guys, was one of the greatest racehorses ever. And you know what? Little Clyde looked nothing like his dad. Man of War was a great, big, giant thoroughbred. He only lost one race in his whole entire life. But Little Clyde, did he look like Man of War? No, he's just a small little horse, right? Oh, but guess what? Guess what, you guys? Little Clyde, he loved to race. Man of War won 20 out of 21 races for his career. He set all kinds of speed records, but today, in front of the Derby Museum, we want to show you exactly how fast Man of War could run. Now, an average thoroughbred, when they're running full speed, the back leg will push off the ground, and that same back leg will fly through the air and touch down about 22 feet later down the racetrack. So the back leg pushed off, and it's going to land about right there. But when Man of War was running, his back leg would push off, fly through the air, and his back leg landed 28 feet later down the track. And that's how much more ground Man of War was covering than your average thoroughbred. And keep in mind, a thoroughbred, when they push off and land, they're gonna do that 2.5 times every second.
Hi, my name is Heather Hill. I'm one half of the education department at the Kentucky Derby Museum. I'm the outreach coordinator, so I travel around the state of Kentucky and go into schools to do field trips for the students that are too far away to visit us. I'm standing here at Faraway Farm, where Man of War stood during his retirement from 1922 to 1947, and behind me is the bell that they would ring every time that they had a stakes winner. So, after his racing career was finished at the age of 3, Man of War retired to Halen's Farm. He was there for 1 year and then came here to Faraway Farm in 1922, where he remained until his death in 1947. And during that time, people from all over the world came here to visit to get a look at this racing legend. And it was on this farm that his groom, Will Harbut, had kept ledgers for people to sign when they visited him. And after Man of War's death in 1947, they discovered 63 ledgers, totaling 1.3 million signatures of people who came to visit the great champion. And over that time, Man of War turned from racehorse to legend.